Samm Marshall shares uplifting stories and conversations with people making Johannesburg and the world a better place.
I really do not want to talk about that song. I cannot believe Teddy swims. Anyway, I'm talking about the song. That's not what I want to do. Okay, in a world where impact and innovation must walk hand in hand, few individuals embody this intersection as seamlessly as Sarah Holloway. She's the co-founder of Hola, or is it Ola, depending on where you are, founder of 22 Days, and currently the dynamic Chief Operations Officer at BoxCommerce, one of South Africa's most exciting digital platforms empowering small businesses to thrive in the digital economy. From youth skills development and grassroots fundraising to transforming how merchants operate online, Sarah's journey is a masterclass in purpose-led leadership. She's a systems thinker with a human touch, bringing together technology, community, and commerce to build real inclusive change. After an intro like that, I think you're done. We don't need to interview you.
I think I'm absolutely done. Thanks, PR company.
Yeah,
Brain Engine. That's me done.
Yeah, I should literally be your town crier. I should just walk ahead of you and go, here comes the systems thinker and human touch innovator.
I should sound fabulous.
No, you sound fabulous. How are you doing, Sarah?
I hope I can live up to that. I'm very well. How are you?
I'm good. You know, our mandate is quite simple on the show. What we do and what we focus on is individuals, organizations, and people that are driving brand South Africa in a way that I think adds value. Because not all of us can get on a plane, right? And go and live in a small dingy apartment somewhere in America. I think it was only four.
Amen.
There was only four places that you could eventually move to. So let's talk about you and what drives this passion for entrepreneurship, kind of out of the box thinking, human solutions driven person. Why?
I think that is a hard question, but I guess I'm just a woman that wants to leave the world in a better place than what I found it.
Yeah, by obviously looking at the challenges in front of you, because lots of us look at challenges, but we look at it differently.
I think the spirit of South Africa is quite remarkable. I am very much obsessed with this country and the people that are in it. I believe that, or I don't even have to believe it, the proof is all around us that it doesn't matter if you don't have support, doesn't matter if you don't have funds, doesn't matter if you don't have opportunities, people still get things done. So just the grit, the gees.
Is that gees?
The South African gees is amazing.
That's very strong.
And that is why I won't live in a flat in New York.
Well, flat in New York might work. Kind of flat in Baltimore, not so much. Yeah, I agree with you. There's a spirit and a gees that entrepreneurs have, because I think they've got to deal with so much more. Structurally, institutions don't fund the way they should. They don't fund genius and ingenuity in the way they should. So you kind of have to get rid of the begging bowl mentality go, I'm going to build things. No matter what. And I think that is an exceptional thing to kind of do.
I think it's amazing. I think being an entrepreneur anywhere in the world is already hard. And then being an entrepreneur in certain countries like South Africa is just harder because of the lack of support. There's lots of promise and hope, but when it comes down to it, you're pretty much in it by yourself.
Yeah. Take me through that journey from hola, como está, to 22 Days and then to BoxCommerce. Talk to me about that journey.
Sure. Okay. So I started out in events. I was unable to study after school, so I just started working, and I worked my way into the events industry. And while in the events industry, both myself and my business partner, Mimi, we discovered quite quickly that staffing was a concern. And if you complained about staff and service delivery, they would get fired and more staff would be hired, but no one actually did any training. So Hola is still in existence. It's still run by my business partner, Mimi Kongwane. And we are very passionate about training staff, but also about treating staff well. You know, they're not cattle. And a lot of staffing companies treat them like cattle. You come in, you come out, and that's that. If you're a hot girl,
just feet on the ground.
If you're a hot girl, you get put in a pretty dress, you don't get any information, and off you go. So we wanted
role of hostess.
Exactly.
You're a hostess.
Exactly. So we wanted to do more. We wanted to train staff well, pay staff well, and treat staff well, and it's really made a difference in the last 10 years of business. We've had a lot of recurring customers because of that, but we've also had students and staff that have kind of gone out and come back and become clients because they know that what they're going to get.
That is good. That's a good sign of your work ethic.
It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Then 22 days, my birthday is on the 22nd of November. And so for many,
You're Sagittarius.
Scorpio.
Scorpio.
There's arguments around that.
Okay. Yeah.
So for many years, I've always tried to raise funds around my birthday as a gift. And now we are kind of officializing it, I suppose, and busy registering an NGO. And again, it will just be to raise money, not to start doing things necessarily, but to help the people that are already doing it. And it's very much around skills development, because I do believe that, giving someone a meal is a beautiful thing, but then what about tomorrow?
Yeah. I think it's clever. I think you're not trying to reinvent the wheel.
No.
There's more than 400,000 NGOs in the country.
Absolutely.
And they need kind of support,
And often the smaller guys that are doing the work are not getting the funding.
In the communities,
The bigger guys, they've got teams and they get funding that comes through. But, there's little guys on the ground that are doing incredible. Change one life, change 2 lives, change 10 lives. And that's really, really important for me. So if I can help in that way.
Yeah, I agree with you. And then obviously I've got to ask that question. I think every little bit helps. But how much have you been able to raise so far through 22 days?
So, I don't know the total, but every year I try and do between 20 and 200,000, depending on the projects. And some years I've made it and some years I haven't.
Huh? That's a nice flex, a really nice flex. So, and then the journey to BoxCommerce.
The journey to BoxCommerce was COVID.
Yeah, that was a monumental moment for everybody, right?
Doing staffing in the events industry, because we do a lot of events industry staffing, whether it's projects, campaigns, events. So we were a bit stuck. And a friend of mine, Craig McLeod, the founder of BoxCommerce, said, come hang out with us a bit, help me with some business development stuff, some admin. And it was supposed to be a moment, and then it became more.
A minute. It was a moment, and then now it's a minute.
It became a lot more because I fell in love with BoxCommerce, and I realized that it could really change the landscape of entrepreneurs in South Africa. And digital is the way forward, and if we can help merchants get online and sell online in an easy and affordable and accessible way, why not?
And when you say getting merchants online, is it from a very layman's perspective, not understanding the landscape and the kind of nuts and bolts of it? Is it like getting somebody onto a Take-A-Lot, getting them onto a Spotify, or is it building their own platforms?
It's sort of kind of yes and no. So we are very similar to Shopify in that if you are a merchant and you want to sell online, we are that platform. We're very different because if you're in America or if you're in Europe, Shopify is amazing. If you're in Africa or in Indonesia, Shopify is not so amazing. It doesn't
it's built for that system.
Exactly. From an expense point of view, paying in dollars is always, that much harder.
Very tricky. Depending on what Trump does. The same thing will cost you more money next week.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But also, you have to have engineers and developers and designers and stuff to help build this unless you are extremely tech savvy. What we've done is we've integrated...
And most people are not.
Most people, including me.
Yeah, including me. Them is a bit better.
Not tech savvy at all. So we've made it really easy and accessible for merchants to get online. So we've done majority of the work for the merchant or the SME, the entrepreneur. We've got integrated payments. We've got integrated delivery. We've got integrated social media marketing tools. You can schedule your posts through BoxCommerce. Inventory management, Google My Business. We've even integrated a marketplace, so similar to Take-A-Lot, called Ayoba Marketplace, which is currently building, and that's free once you join BoxCommerce. So we keep on just trying to add more and more features to make it not only easy for merchants to be online, but also to succeed online.
I love that. I love it. And I think the other thing that's so very important as well is over the last 3 to 5 years, we've seen the simplification of technology, white labeling of platforms and stuff. And I think to a fair part, we still don't understand what this can do for a young kid in a township who might not have a traditional pathway to employment.
Yeah.
But his side hustle is that he does T-shirts on the weekend.
Exactly.
You know, and I think that is absolutely amazing. Oh wow, okay. So you've simplified a lot of it.
We've got such amazing talent in this country. You know, people are doing cool things. One of my favorite stories is Latabo. He's from Walk Fresh. And he started washing sneakers outside his mum's spaza shop. And now 10 years later, he's got shops in, I think, 3 different malls, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And he's got his own brand of cleaning materials for shoes. They fix shoes. And that's, look, I mean, it takes a while to get there, but he did it. And there's thousands of stories just like that.
On BoxCommerce.
Hopefully on BoxCommerce, we're launching now.
Okay, when are you launching?
So this is it. We're busy launching. So we've got a couple of merchants that have already onboarded, but this is us. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. So it's about building a platform to foster entrepreneurial businesses.
Yes.
It is about breaking the borders that would be normally prohibitive.
Yes.
In the way people would build their business. It's about simplifying the tech behind it.
Yes.
So even if you are Gogo who is selling moringa, and you know you're in a part of the world, or you're selling charcoal, or you've got a limited business, or you've got a seasonal business, whatever it may be, the platform has been built in such a way that you could essentially just rock up with your stock.
Absolutely. So all you need is either a phone, a laptop, or a tablet. You don't have to have a laptop. We are mobile friendly.
Wow.
So everything is...
You can upload. You can take a picture, upload.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So that's what you need. You need a logo. And then you just need a little bit of a short bio or about page for your business, because we build the website for you, and your product images, so sizes, prices, a little bit about the product, etc. You need social media, which the youngsters, maybe the Gogo not so much, but the youngsters, everyone's on social media, so why not use it for business?
Well, Vumatel has a Go program where they're teaching Gogos how to navigate, the digital space.
The backbone of South Africa.
Yeah, so it's really great. So obviously the question is, I'm loving what Sarah Holloway is saying. It sounds amazing. My question is, what is it going to cost me? How does that structure work?
That is a very good question. So it's 350 Rand a month, although currently we have a 30-day trial.
Yeah.
So you can go have a look, see if it's for you, see if it works for you, try it out. Absolutely free for the next month. And then from there, it's 350 Rand a month. And then we take 1% on every transaction. Okay. So we really want the merchants to do well. If they do well, we do well. Yeah. So we're trying to do everything to encourage merchants to do well. So when you say
we want them to do well, it's all the things that you mentioned in terms of support. Do you also then make sure that the merchants' products are kind of promoted, that kind of stuff?
So we do. So the platform enables merchants to get online. The merchants do have to do their own marketing.
Little bit of work, yeah.
But because they haven't spent hundreds of thousands of rands on developing the site and creating their website and their online shop, they can now go and spend whatever money it is, small or big, on marketing the site and building their brand. In saying that, with the Ayoba Marketplace, which is a plugin, they can go and sell on Ayoba Marketplace for free as long as they have their BoxCommerce store, and Ayoba Marketplace will be bringing through merchants to them. What we also do is we are hosting events, we're bringing through speakers, we're doing webinars, and on the dashboard, we're constantly updating tips. So, hey, have you posted today? Hey, here's some 10 steps to success.
So it's very interactive.
So we're really, really trying to give the merchants as much information as possible. They do still have to do some of the steps themselves.
No, of course. No, I mean, there's no such thing as a free lunch.
All the way along the way.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's really, really great. You said the founder's name is?
Craig McLeod.
And obviously, as part of leadership, you guys have conversations. What was some of the stuff that you've just you must have looked at the other sites, you must have seen where the gaps are. And what do you think, just maybe it's not research, but anecdotally from an observational perspective, what was maybe one or two things that you just realized was a barrier to entry for somebody who couldn't afford the traditional bricks and mortar kind of address in a mall or in a shopping center, but it's still kind of prohibitive from any of the other players that are currently in the space?
Yes. I think capital is a big one. I think affordability is a really, really big one.
So there's a massive outlay on some of the other platforms.
Yes, there is. And like I said earlier, unless you are extremely tech savvy, you do need help if you're good at development, you probably need design help. If you're good at design, you probably need development help. If you're good at neither, you need both. So from that point of view, it's very, very easy. The other thing is that it's all in one place. So the merchant doesn't have to go and find the right payments partner, find logistics partner, negotiate with them, try and get it integrated. Everything is already there.
So the logistics aspect is also integrated in terms of delivery, all of that?
100% integrated. So the merchant does not have to worry about that. They don't even have to sign up. They do have to sign up with a payments partner, which is Zapper. It is free to sign up unless they want to do other steps with Zapper.
Zapper is your partner.
Zapper is our partner. But the reason we chose Zapper is, firstly, they're a South African business, but also they have everything already included. So the merchant has to do one sign up. It's KYC, just as you normally would, proof of bank, proof of address, etc. But after that, they don't have to keep on integrating different payments. Included in Zapper is MTN, mobile money, Momo. It is card, EFT, even crypto, Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, Google Pay. They're bringing more and more. So as they grow and as they integrate more payment options, there's more ways for the customers to pay the merchant, but the merchant only has done one, and it goes into their Zapper wallet and into their bank account, and that's done and dusted.
Unless, of course, you're paying with a Trump coin, then it's something else, or the Trump meme coin, because it'll have no value in a year or two.
They're going to need a lot of coins.
At the end of 4 years, whatever it's worth. I think it's amazing. From a shared value perspective, I love this idea that we're building communities. But we need a conscious consumer who understands that, obviously, and to change somebody from one platform to another, my argument has always been, it doesn't have to be the millions that shop on Takealot. It just has to be a couple of 100,000 that consciously think about, let me buy local.
I
in
love
the true
that.
sense, right? Let me buy local. So even if you're not going to buy all your 10 items from BoxCommerce, let's say you decide that whether it's a 50 Rand, 100 Rand, 300 Rand, whatever my purchase power is during the month, whether it's 5,000 Rand, I'm going to consciously take 10% of that and go and find a local business that would be able to thrive, employ people. And I think it's on us to create conscious consumers. How do you guys view that at BoxCommerce?
I 100% agree with that. I do think that the world has shifted slightly in the last few years. People are a lot more aware of what they put into their bodies, what they wear, where things come from.
They are.
Humanity.
They're starting to read labels.
So people are, exactly, they're starting to read labels. So I think already the world is going that way. And for us, we just need to keep reminding people to support local. Also, there are
Is there
other
a strategy
players
for that, though, at BoxCommerce, to get that conscious consumer as more aware that these other platforms exist? Because I do think that over the next coming period, this is going to become a highly contested space.
Yes, absolutely. I think just creating awareness around it, creating awareness around really, really epic merchants and entrepreneurs in South Africa. We're doing highlights or spotlights on the merchants that are doing well. So keep an eye on our social media, and we will share the stories because we want to highlight. We want to say, look, these are the guys that are doing well. These are the women that are doing well. So keep an eye on that, and we will share as much information as we can and tell real stories, real success stories.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely awesome. So, Sarah, somebody's now sitting there putting at the chomp to say, I want to get involved. How do they get hold of you and the team?
Absolutely. So you can do boxcommerce.com and you can sign up from there. You can also search for BoxCommerce in your app store if you want to rather go the mobile route. And then you can follow us on social media. So it's BoxCommerce_SA on both Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Have a look. Try it out for a month and see if you like us.
Sarah, if you're saying BoxCommerce_SA, is there plans to move into Africa then?
We are currently launching in both Indonesia, South Africa.
Love Indonesia.
And UAE. I'm heading there at the end of the month next month.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're going to go to Bali, or you're going to Bali or any of those places?
Jakarta.
You're going to the main hub.
And Solo for now.
Yeah.
I'm doing a bit of a road show there, 2.5 weeks. And doing what I'm doing here, going to talk to people and
oh wow, it's amazing.
Doing some events and stuff.
Yeah,
it's lovely. The people there are amazing. The business there is amazing. That's a little bit different.
So that means the volcano has stopped.
The volcano is fine.
Okay.
Flying through Qatar might be
a bit of an issue.
Might be interesting.
Okay. No, that's absolutely amazing, and I think we need to support these proudly local initiatives that's
Yes.
about building brand South Africa. And we need to get, and your projection is how many of these smaller businesses can you accommodate, these merchants? What is the scope? As many
We
as
can do unlimited. So absolutely, you can have a small business or you can have a big business. You can upload as many products, as many images, as many categories as you want. There's no
same price.
limit. Same price. If once we get to enterprise, there is an enterprise model, but that's later down the line, where you can kind
you
of
would
pick and
need to have
choose your
volume
features.
and scale and all that
Right
kind of
now, it's just about helping the SMEs. Step one, just start.
Yeah. And that's great. I mean, if you're an SMME, if you're selling atcha, if you're selling socks, if you're selling whatever it may be,
Handmade
baked
jewelry.
goods, handmade jewelry, if you have a 18-year-old who's an amazing painter,
Yes.
Whatever it may be, if you're a school who wants to turn whatever the local community is turning into,
100%.
you want to sell to a specific community, use BoxCommerce, and I feel I have to spell it. If you don't know how to spell commerce, it's COMMERCE, and the word box. Everybody should know how to spell box, I hope. So go and find out more about the organization, and let's support this business, and let's get other businesses to support local business. I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. Sarah Holloway, thank you very much for talking to me.
Thank you. It's been beautiful.
I think it's going to be a massive success story.
919 FM, your morning of impact. Samm Marshall shares uplifting stories and conversations with people making Johannesburg and the world a better place.